Free socks.
Welcome, everybody, to another exciting edition of the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, and tonight it's my topic. Tonight we are going to talk about our top 10 action characters of movies of all time, female or male. So that was mine. It's the character, not the actor. So we're going to get started here momentarily, but before I get started, I got to bring on the guys that are going to bring their top 10 list. First, we got the voice of West Virginia Mountaineer football. He's also my co-host on Mondays, Wednesdays. When we do live streams, we're going to do a draft party in August at the Ben Franklin Tap Room. He is special field correspondent, Shane Stodmiller. Hi, Shane.
Hey, Bubba. How you doing?
Good, just busy as always. I mean, he's doing these shows, and life in general has its interwoven effects in life, you know. But are you ready for this crazy list?
I have it. Let's do it.
Okay. Well, we got to get the tripod factor in. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the I don't even know what he does now because he pulled out these goddamn things. He is the action figure connoisseur. Now I think he's doing MCU replica stuff now. I don't know what he's doing, but he always is does very well in these top 10s, and he picks out stuff that I don't even pick. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show as always is the action figure connoisseur, the pulp culture guru of Funu. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming Cable to the show. I just, the guru of Furu. I don't even know if that's a word. How you doing, Cable?
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
I don't know what that means either. So how you doing?
Good, hanging in there. You know,
I think we're all about the same. I think.
Yeah, you know, cooling down from the Super Bowl loss and just waiting for the weather to break and waiting for some movies to come out. And
yeah, I'm getting into that cycle too. Now. We are going to go right into this hot and heavy because it's Thursday night and we're not going to mess around. So this is the concept of my idea was the top 10 action characters in the movies of all time. Not the actor who played them, the character that they played. And I know you guys got a little different stuff because we talked off camera. Now, some of the movies characters that I picked might have only been in one movie. So to me, it was just their action compact thrill of during that movie. That's what I'm going to be ranking them. So my first at number 10 is going to be Josie Wales. The outlaw Josie Wales is my. What you laughing for? Wait, I can't hear you.
I said, keep going. You're doing great.
Oh, you're laughing at me.
No,
I think I have to. I'm probably gonna have to explain a little bit.
You don't have to explain Josie Wales. That's perfect.
Well, on the back. I mean, he was an act. To me, he had that Gatling gun, and he just
he
mowed
was an
them all
action
down.
Star. There's no denying Clint Eastwood's is an action star.
But I mean, that character of the outlaw Josie Wales always spitting tobacco on the dog, saving that girl from getting, assaulted.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they all are coming for him at the end. And I mean, he murdered a lot of Kansas Jayhawks. So my number 10 is the outlaw Josie Wales. Shane,
it's like we scripted this shit.
No,
I went the other way with Clint Eastwood. I went the series The Man with No Name.
Oh, good.
The trilogy.
Oh, okay.
So I have number 10, Clint Eastwood, The Man with No Name.
That was a good. That was all that spaghetti westerns.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Devil has Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible. Hi, Afton. How you doing? So, Cable, you're number 10.
Okay, we're going to veer a little bit here. This is no Clint Eastwood jackpot. My number 10, I'm curious to see. I imagine this character will pop up on your guys' list. And what you alluded to at the beginning of the show, just so everybody else is clued in. The way I went about this list, a little bit different than the way Bubba did. I factored in legacy over, kind of in a franchise. So, if it was like a one and done character, they didn't make my list. Even if they were a great action star in that particular movie, I wanted to have the strength of a franchise or multiple films, have some kind of sway over their how effective they were as an action star. So my number 10 may seem low, but I feel like, she kind of, in the first franchise, entry in the franchise,
you already named she. Okay, I'm very curious.
The first entry wasn't an action movie at all. Second entry was uber action movie, and then the rest is kind of back and forth. It's sci-fi. It's Ellen Ripley. She had to make the list, obviously.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's on my list.
I thought she'd have been higher on your list.
I don't know that I consider her character a huge action star. Aliens was an action movie through and through, but the rest are kind of, there's action.
She fights that alien in the second one, the one from '86.
Yeah,
that's action star right in the middle of the '80s. Strong female character.
Cable got fucking some prerequisites. He's got a hard curriculum to crack his top 10.
Yeah,
God,
like a dissertation.
I thought it would be higher, Cable. I thought it would be higher on your list.
If the first movie was an action movie and the action was, because Alien 3 was a piece of shit movie anyway, and they don't she's not a full blown action star in all the franchise, all the entries. So she had to make the list. And then there's outside factors like, being one of the first big, female action stars ever. So rightfully so that she's on the list, but it's at the bottom spot for me.
Wow. Okay. I'm at number 9. Okay. Now I had a fucking situation the other day with a fucking mouse, and this is why he's but he's a badass character.
Mickey Mouse.
Oh, no, not Mickey Mouse.
Danger Mouse.
No, he's a badass character. Okay, and before I mention this, I want to get Afton. She put Jason Bourne.
Nice.
Devil said he liked Alien 3, but this was a franchise, and it's not based on that. It's based on how badassery he was. Okay, he was Braddock. He was in Missing in Action parts 1, 2, and 3. That character, it was upside down, and the Viet Cong put a bag with a fucking rat in his fucking bag, and fucking Braddock fucking. You ever see that movie? He bit into the fucking rat, and the Viet Cong took the bag off, and Chuck Norris's Braddock had that fucking rat in his mouth. But yeah, it's about, and he goes back in and takes all the fucking POWs out, and he fucking just wipes out the Viet Cong and fucking, and you know what I mean? Now, this is a lot of franchise, but I'm just going off the first movie when he was a prisoner of war and he breaks out, and stuff. Well, actually, he went back in the first movie. The second movie is when they tell about the rat, you know what I mean? He breaks him out. But my number 10 is Braddock. Chuck Norris played him in Missing in Action. Shane, you're number 9.
I like that pick. I'm gonna scratch Cable's itch here. I know he's gonna have this in his top 3 or 4. Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible.
He's probably number 1.
What makes you think that?
I bet she's number 1. I bet she's number 1.
No, it's like a crazy.
He does his own stunts. It's an action movie. I give him credit for the stunts. He had to make the list. Even though I'm not a big fan of the Mission Impossible series, like it's
He didn't make my list.
It has to be.
Shocker.
Dirty Harry's going.
Yeah, I you know what? I'm anti Tom Cruise. I mean, there's only like Cocktail and Tropic Thunder. Maybe
Not even Top Gun. That blows my mind. I thought you'd be Top Gun through and through.
I thought he would be Top Gun too. Team Top Gun.
Devil's
Yeah.
Bring your team Top Gun.
Afton said Dirty Harry. Okay, Gable, you're number 9.
My number 9, something else we talked about before the show, which I won't divulge so it doesn't ruin anybody's list here. But my number 9, a little bit of a spoiler for the rest of my list, is the only superhero entry on my list that actually had a numbered slot. I think he is deserving.
Let me. Can I guess?
Sure.
Batman.
No.
Shit.
No.
Shit.
He doesn't scream action to me, and I don't know. I can't
I get to guess.
go for it.
Howard the Duck.
No on head, buddy. I don't know how you ever picked that one out, but damn.
He did bang at a human, so that's right. It makes him an action star right there.
And there was that chick duck in the bathtub when he got thrown through the wall with the duck boobs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But no, ask me to explain the difference between Batman and my pick. I can't. It's just the way my brain works. But Captain America is my number 9. I think he kicks a lot of ass throughout the MCU. He's got a lot of good fight scenes.
The fight scenes. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
they're
very grounded and gritty. Yeah.
Yeah, because Devil was like question mark Blade.
That's a good one too. I like I said, the same thing with Batman. I mean, Batman would make sense. I don't know what the difference is, but maybe it's just I like Captain America's style. I like how they portrayed him and everything about it. But he's the one choice from the superhero world that I picked.
I never would have guessed it. I thought it would have been Spider-Man would have been my second. Spider-Man or Batman would have been, and I didn't even Captain America now went right over my head, and I don't know why I didn't say that. Okay, my number 8. My number 8, she was a goddamn badass, but she couldn't move, in part of the movie. But then we got flashbacks, and it was the bride.
Good pick.
The Thurman and Kill Bill, the volume. She's my number 8 pick. Yes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Good pick.
Yep.
Very good pick.
Yep.
Very good pick.
I need to watch that again, not like all together, because then they do a whole movie of that, not cut.
They're releasing one.
Yeah. Okay. They haven't got to it yet, but yeah, I thought that movie was fucking pretty good. And Devil said Brian Mills and from Taken. Ooh, that's
a good one.
Yeah, that was a good.
That's one of my honorable mentions.
So, Shane, you're number 8.
My number 8, Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones. Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford.
Okay.
Good pick.
Good pick. Good.
Very good pick. I like the poker faces we all try to keep when somebody announces theirs also. It's a good pick. Good pick. Eating the whole time. Number 8. He's been mentioned. We talked about him already. He was in somebody's comment. Ethan Hunt, Mission Impossible. He is not my number 1.
I thought he was going to be your number 1.
I thought he'd be 3rd. I thought he'd be 3. I thought he'd be top 3.
No,
I don't have him that high because he doesn't kick that much ass. I mean, he does, but he doesn't. He's not that much of a fighter. I mean, he fights when he needs to, but yeah, he uses other methods.
He jumps out of shit that's blowing up, and that's the action.
Yeah, and he runs.
He runs a lot.
Crazy.
I thought he would have been high. I swear to God, I thought he would have been higher. I swear to God.
He could get Forrest Gump a run for his money.
There you go.
Wow. I'm fucking now. I don't even know who your number. See, now
I have
I'm
no
all
idea
fucking.
now. I have
Yeah,
no idea.
I don't
Cable,
either.
you blew
I
me.
think my list is going to make sense. I don't think there's a lot of surprises on here, but there's a
Yeah.
couple that
Well,
might
your number
catch
one
you.
surprising because I was figured fucking Cruz and that character would have been your number one. I really
Just
did.
because I'm a big fan of him and his movies, I can't let that sway. I gotta, have an unbiased opinion.
Okay, now this one at number 7. This character, it probably could be ranked higher on all your guys' list, but this character here, he's been, from Sean Connery to Roger Moore. My number 7 is James Bond, and I'm not stirring, I'm not drinking it, but yeah,
So on my list,
James Bond is my number 7. I'm not real. I seen Roger Craig, Daniel Craig, Roger Craig, the football player. Yeah, he played Daniel Craig in the first one, and I think I have 2 or 3 of those, and I didn't finish them. But I did like his portrayal of James Bond. I liked Pierce Brosnan's. I loved his, but the character, that's what we're talking about here. It's James Bond at my number 7.
yeah, Daniel Craig became one of my favorites. Like right up there with Sean Connery. At first it was like, too physical, not smooth enough, and then it just became straight up action.
He's more badass. Like Daniel Craig is more badass.
Yeah, he's badass. So he kind of changed. He refreshed the brand. He kind of made it new and cool again. But anyways, we're at number 7.
7. Yes.
This is probably should be higher, but it's not because Cable's going to have it in his top 2. John Wick.
That's low. That's it. I thought you would have had that much higher.
I guess so too, but just because probably just where it came in my life, I watched it later in life, and the other one's probably more impactful because but his gun skills are fantastic, and he was taught by Sean Ryan, the CIA Navy SEAL guy that has a podcast. So, yep.
Okay.
Well, it's funny when you start putting your list together, and you kind of have an idea where you think your list is going to go, and then you start ranking them, and sometimes your list doesn't even turn out the way you thought it was going to when you first started working on it.
No.
Okay.
That's the fun part of why we do this.
Yeah. Number 7.
Number 7. Bubba, you said James Bond could be higher. Well, he isn't on my list. I got him in this round also.
Oh, shit. Bookends. Ding, 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 ding,
yeah,
ding, ding, ding.
Bookends. There you go. So, just like what you guys said, he's one of the first action stars to a degree. I think 20-some entries in the franchise. Character's been around forever. The most famous secret agent in the world. And I think he may have been lower on my list, or an honorable mention if it wasn't for the Daniel Craig entries in the franchise. I kind of the same thing as Ethan Hunt. I don't think of James Bond as a big action guy in the previous iterations. I mean, I know he punched people and he fought people and stuff, but I think for me, when I think of best action, I'm thinking quality of action.
Gotcha.
And with the modern interpretation with Daniel Craig and the fight choreography and the stunt work and everything, I think that bumps James Bond up to a new level. So
spot on.
That's 7 for me.
Oh, I have a lot of fucking honorable mentions. Okay, we are at number 6. My number 6. It's this one movie that made him so iconic. I mean, he was already iconic to begin with, but his character is the same name as his last name, and his character is Lee, and I'm talking about Bruce Lee in Enter the Dragon. At number 6. That was his character's name, Lee. Yep, number 6. Shane.
I have at number 6. Well, I think Cable, you already mentioned her, Riley from Aliens. Because I mean, everybody tries to write strong women, but you can't write. You have to write a good, strong character, and just happen to be a woman. You can't just say, "I'm going to write a strong woman character." No, you got to write a character that's layered, dynamic, and has some action, and she kicks some ass and tough and gritty, and that's what she is. And she should be probably even higher on my list. I had her higher, and I moved her lower. I don't know where to put her, but she's in there.
Okay.
Ripley, yep.
Well, she's on the list, clearly.
I spelled Riley like a dipshit. I'm sorry, guys.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Riley?
I said Riley like a dipshit. It's Ripley. I can't even read my own writing.
Oh, that's okay. I can't either. Okay. Number 6, Cable.
And my number 6, I just saw pop up in the comments at the last round. I'm curious if either of you guys have this character on your list. I mean, I could see it, but I wouldn't be shocked if he's not on the list. Or maybe Shane's list and not so much Bobo's. I have Neo at number 6 on my list.
I do not have him on my list.
I thought you might not. Yeah. You know, the first Matrix came around and it reinvented action filming techniques and just the badassery that Neo got to by the end of that movie, when he believed and he knew he was the one and he could break the rules of the Matrix, and the huge shootouts at the end when they walk into the skyscraper with just armed to the teeth with weapons, and then they take it farther in the sequels and he's almost a Superman type figure in those movies. Where I was as a preteen teenager when those movies were coming out, they just kick so much ass to me. And Neo, I think he cements himself in my top 10, and I feel good with him being in the middle of the pack.
Good one.
Okay, good one. Okay, we're at number 5. We're halfway home. My number 5 could be 2 actors playing the same character, the original and the reboot or retooling of it. But my number 5, because, he, his whole 3 franchised, 1, 2, and 3, when he played it, when Mel Gibson played Mad Max. Mad Max is my number 5.
Good one.
Very good pick. Yes, it is.
Devil said James 007.
We're at number 5, right?
And John McClane. Yes, number 5.
Yes.
Number 5, I have John McClane from Die Hard.
Oh, Afton just said it. I figured that might have been higher for you.
I had him up there, and then I just moved him down because I don't know why. I should have had him higher, but.
Wow. Okay. Cable, you're number 5.
My number 5 is going to be low compared to you guys. This may be somebody's number 1 tonight, potentially.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not as versed in this franchise. I've only seen the first 3, and I've only watched the sequels, I think, once a piece. So I didn't feel right going higher without being, having that familiarity in mind. But it's quintessential action hero, action star. Number 5 for me is John Rambo.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys will.
Well, we're a little older, maybe, and that's probably where.
That's more your wheelhouse, but I have gone back and I've watched them, and I love the first one. But the first one isn't even really an action movie. It is, but there's more character work in the first one, and then he really turns into an action star in the next couple. And then I haven't seen any of the modern Rambo movies, so I'm not even going in with the ability to judge the entire franchise.
What do you mean you never saw it in my movies, man? What?
And,
the same thing.
Yeah, but that's we kind of I think we've all agreed on this similar rule that we don't rank stuff we haven't seen.
Right.
So maybe if I've seen more of them, that might be higher, or if I've watched them more, But I like having them in top 5 because when you think action,
I think you're spot on where you ranked it because I almost put Rambo at 5.
I think you are too. I think you are too because my rankings is probably going to be it's going to be totally fucked up. You guys are going to be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But to me, that's what I think about. Yeah. Yeah. So Rambo is not a bad pick for you in that spot.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got him at number 4.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
I got him at number 4, and when I saw the sequel at the fucking movie, I had the fucking black headband and my hair was long like it is now. I was wanting to kill Viet Cong just the same as Rambo. Do we get to win this time? It was, I've seen now I haven't seen the last one. I see the one where Shane, I know you've seen this one where he's like older and he's on a boat and he's real cool and he's fucking young, like contract like special forces guys give him some shit and they get their ass fucking handed to him and fucking he just comes and just kicks everybody's ass.
Yeah,
they're like,
I saw it.
They're like, they're like, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was John. Hey, you call me John Rambo. Yep, Rambo. Number 4.
Expat living over in Southeast Asia.
Yeah, leave me alone, man. Leave me alone. Oh, you guys, I'm a pacifist. I can't fight. Oh, you want to fuck? I'm gonna fuck you up.
Just switch flips and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, Bubba,
up, man.
I hate to do this to you.
You got the same.
I got the same.
Ah, nice.
So this is 3 in a row.
3 in a row. It's not the same round, but it is 3 in a row.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Very, very close. Very, very close. So
Cable, who do you have?
Tell us why you picked.
I just you think action movie, you just say action movie. You go Siri, what's an action movie? And it comes up with Rambo as like one of the first things. You go to the action when you're renting videos back in the day, Rambo comes up, so it was Stallone, Bruce Willis, and Schwarzenegger. Those were the 3 action stars of the past. You don't have action stars anymore because it doesn't have that label. Everybody does action. The Fast and Furious and all that. I don't think that's really action. It's more car racing.
Fuck that. And you know what? None of us fucking got The Rock in any of this fucking.
No, he's not
so far, which is surprising.
He's not an action. I don't think he's an action.
I don't think he's any good anymore. I think he's fucking shitty.
I think Dave Bautista's been killing it, but
I think Dave Bautista has been killing it.
But anyways, that's my pick. Cable.
All right, number 4 for me. Yeah, number 4. I saw this was mentioned in the comments also. I'm curious to see if this makes it onto your guys' list. It's a little bit more modern of a pick, so I won't be surprised if it does or if it does not. Jason Bourne, the man with no identity for a little while. I did not watch the latest entry, the reboot, and I did not watch the Jeremy Renner entry. But based off the original trilogy, Bourne Identity, Supremacy, and Ultimatum, or whatever it is, something like that, I think earns him a pretty high spot. Going into the 2000s, there wasn't as much of a push for action movies, certainly not action stars. And, you had somebody with Matt Damon with his acting pedigree, and he takes on this role. And there were a lot of different techniques that they used in their movies also that, I know it's just the action stars, but I think it's worth mentioning that, these movies came along and they did a lot for the genre. But I love the story. He doesn't know who he is and everything like that. So he's pretty high on my list, actually. But yeah, number 4.
I can see that.
Okay. I have to read. Afton has Indiana Jones. Devil has Dutch from Predator. Paul, how you doing? And Afton says her favorite Rock movie was The Rundown. And
It's a good one.
Good and Faster. I think The Rundown had a nice fight scene,
Yeah.
But, okay, we are at number 3. And my number 3 is probably not going to be as high as Cable's, but my number 3, because his franchise, and it's they killed his fucking dog and he got fucked off. And, at number 3, it's John Wick.
Yep.
Number
I can
3.
see that.
So
I should have put it higher.
Well, I can't because I have. I'll just explain mine.
I should have put mine higher. I had mine at number 7, John Wick, but
not
my number. My number 3 isn't a person. It's a T-800 Terminator.
Oh.
Ooh. Okay. You had me there, huh? The wheels were spinning. I'm like, what's he getting at here? Very good.
That was good. But I like, there's other roles of the gentleman that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. You got me. You got me picked.
I'm just going to keep the T-800 train rolling.
Oh.
We are back-ended on this round. I also have the T-800 as my number 3.
High five. High five.
Yes. That. Nope. High five.
That was pretty good. I like that.
Good. The high five.
Wait.
High five.
Wait.
Other way. Nope. Other way. You had it. You were just going the wrong way with the right hand.
Oh,
there you go. Technology. It's an amazing thing.
Jesus.
But, for what, kind of maybe what Rambo is for you guys, I grew up on Terminator 2. I think it's one of the best action movies of all time, one of the best sequels of all time, as we've recently found out. The turn for the T-800 from the bad guy in the first movie to the good guy and how they played that with, the first run-in with Sarah Connor, and she doesn't know that he's a good guy now. Like, it's so well done. And what they do with him in T2 as a father figure to John Connor and the sentimental, emotional ending and everything. And then, he did come back to reprise the character on a few occasions. So I think that has the built-in legacy. But yeah, definitely T-800 is my number 3. It's all very deserving to be in the top 3 for me.
I don't know if I ever said this, but I was the first guy in Indiana County to go see T2 because I was the first one in line. So I got the fucking. I was there, first one in line. Got the first fucking ticket to see it. That 50 cents got me a cup of coffee, and my coffee is so enriched with fucking caffeine, it's ungodly. But my number 2 is the actor has already been in my lineup already. Okay. And the action that he compelled because he didn't want to be fucking bothered with. Okay. But when they fucking, the pre-nocta, when they fucked with his wife, Sir William Wallace, to me, when he fucking just went fucking crazy, and it was an action film. To me, it was epic, but to me, there was a lot of action and it was a periodic time movie. But that movie, Braveheart, to me is one of my, and I don't talk about it that much, but I took my mom to go see that movie. Like when it's on, I'll watch the whole goddamn thing. So, but my number 2 is Sir William Wallace in Braveheart.
That's an awesome pick.
That's what I mean. And there's a lot. My honorable mentions are fucking you're gonna laugh. You're gonna fucking laugh about my honorable mentions. So, Shane, you're number 2.
My number 2, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it as a keep it real. Predator. Dutch, baby. Dutch. Number 2 is Arnold Schwarzenegger as Dutch.
Man, I don't know what you're doing. You had
You
Terminator
guys thought that should
and
be number one.
He's got back-to-back armies. Yeah.
I had to.
wow.
He's the
Okay.
GOAT of the 80s and 90s action stars.
All right. Cable, go ahead.
All right. And I would like to say, had I went about this list different, or if it was best, action performances in a movie,
Mm-hmm.
he would have also been on my list. But, like I said, if you were a one and done, you're kind of not. And really quick, my last entry was T800. I told you guys off camera before we were live. Sarah Connor. Maybe I could just squeeze her in as an honorable mention, but she didn't make the list because she was only a badass in one of the movies, or maybe two because of the recent one. But the first Terminator, she was the damsel in distress. She wasn't really in action. She kind of had a redemption towards the end. They gave her something to do. But as badass as she was in T2, I don't think that was enough to get on the list. So, my number 2, it's been mentioned already. Comments. I can't remember. I think he was on Shane's list. I don't think, Bubba, he was on your list yet. I can't remember. Revolutionized what it means to be an action star. Totally broke typecast for action stars in the 80s. I've only seen the first 3. I have not watched the 2 modern versions or entries. But John McClane is my number 2.
I should have had mine higher.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have them on my list.
Holy shit!
What?
Yeah,
Bubba.
I'm crazy because my honorable mentions are fucked up.
You need to start introducing yourself as the guy that thinks outside of the box on these top 10.
Me and Cable have been on
right.
on the same wavelength.
And this is my topic, dude. This is mine.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought the first one was that one where he was with his son was fucking trash. But the first one is just the first one is. But there's too many iconic action characters in my list that just did more than he did. I think that's just my personal preference.
It's everybody's opinion.
He killed all the terrorists in the Nikishima building or whatever name.
You're right. But I mean, he didn't kill as many as fucking Outlaw Josie Wells with that Gatling gun.
True.
Cable's.
Why can I not think of what? No, I'm trying to think of what the building was called. And I'm blanking.
Nikishima or Nika.
Here. Nakatomi. No.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's pretty close. Well, wait, hold on.
Close to that.
Nakatomi Plaza.
Yeah.
There it is, right there. Yeah, God bless her.
Yeah. Anyway, that would have killed me all night. I mean, that was close, but I just couldn't pull it, and that's disappointing because that's my number 2 movie. Well, star, but yeah. And I think the second and the third are also very good.
Yeah,
I think they hold up too. So. Bubba, honorable mentions time. This same list we keep hearing about.
My honorable mentions. 1, Action Jackson. Carl Weathers. She fucking Apollonia's like, it's Action Jackson. He was a cop. I just did that to be a smartass because it was an action thing, so that's why I put him in there. Not a real big fucking popular movie. Okay. Hawkeye from Last of the Mohicans.
It's first on my list too. That's just the one that just didn't make it on.
Okay. Now I have
but that's classic. I have
2 Harrison Fords, and I couldn't put them in. I was trying to fucking fit Indiana Jones.
Okay,
and Han Solo. Because, you know what I mean? He just was action and did whatever. Okay. Axel Foley.
Yeah.
I mean, hey. Okay, and I have Sarah Connors. I have, Ripley. I have Dirty Harry Callahan. Okay, I have the recent movies of action, Mr. Nobody. because I liked Bob Upton-Kirk in that character. I thought the first movie was fucking. I had no clue, but he was fucking kicking everybody's ass. And the recent one is honorable mention because it's so. Is The Killing Game. His character name was Joe Flood. It was Dave Bautista. It's a story where he's a contract killer, and he thinks went to the doctor and he thought he was dying, and he puts a contract out for himself, and he fucking had Drew McIntyre on there and Terry Crews. I just watched it the other day. That's why it's so in my list. Okay, now I got this other one. It's not human, and it's okay. He was a bad guy. He's a good guy. He tags up with fucking. I don't know if you know where I'm going. Is Cable? You're fucking.
I think I do.
Do you?
I think I do. For an honorable mention.
Honorable mention, yeah. Because you know what? The fight scenes are very, very gigantic.
Oh no!
And when he fucking flies across the fucking screen and he drop kicks, and then you got fucking his tag team partner fucking Gamera and fucking Mothra Godzilla when he tags up
outside the box.
Yeah, Godzilla when he fucking tags up and takes down all the fucking King Ghidorah and fucking shit like that. It's an action. But when he's bad, he's bad. Because I just watched Shin Godzilla the other day, and he fucking wipes out fucking Tokyo. That's my honorable mention. So my number one action star, action movie, it was a fucking book. They never made the third one. But when he takes and fucking moves the fucking, I just see him. He's all powerful. And he hates because he's Conan the Barbarian. Conan the Barbarian is my number one. Fucking Conan movie. He was badass in that movie. He was fucking, James Earl Jones fucking slaughtered his family. And at the end, he fucking cuts his fucking head off. And he goes after Ben Davidson and shit. So my number one is Conan. Rape the women and plunder. Steal of Crom. I probably shouldn't have said rape on here. I guess. Oh, whatever. I don't got monetized. But anyway, yeah. It's not a good thing, but that's what he said in the movie.
That's a good one.
Number one is Conan the Barbarian.
I like that.
So
it's more creative than mine. I can tell you that.
We covered all the Arnold spectrum. So
yes,
someone mentioned this as honorable mention. Liam Neeson, Brian Mills, Hawkeye, of course, was right at number 11 for me. Almost made the list. That's Last of Mohegans. Guys, Crocodile Dundee.
Oh.
He had like 3 movies or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember Michael Douglas's character from Romancing the Stone, but there were 2 of them.
I know what you're talking about. He was like
that was an action movie. Now, these other guys play every character they play is the same fucking character. But they're tough. I mean, John Wayne rode a horse with 1 lung for 14 years. So if that doesn't show you you're tough.
Well, Pilgrim, I'm telling you one
Rooster
thing.
Cogburn would make the list right there. So I had
Little Missy.
Yep. The other guy that plays the same fucking character is a badass, certified badass, World War II vet, Lee Marvin.
Dirty Dozen's a good movie.
The Dirty Dozen character is spot on. Fantastic. That's exactly what I was thinking. And then, of course, you mentioned Bruce Lee, but those are my honorable mentions. And then for number 1, we've said it on here. We talked about it on here. Daniel Craig's version of Bond just screams action.
I never would have thought you would have picked Bond as
number 1. Daniel Craig.
Wow.
It's just there's so many. And the reason it's number 1, kids, is because it's the OG action movie. When it was just a little bit of punching, a little bit of fighting, it was edgy action. It was the car, the car plus Bond was the action movie. His gadgets, his wit, that was the action. Then it became more physical. But there's just so many different movies throughout the years. You got Roger Moore, Sean Connery.
Never would have thought that
Pierce
you would have picked
Bronson.
James Bond. I thought you would have went John McCain. That's who I thought your number one
Well,
was.
I thought it was going to be 2 until I started doing my list and thought John McCain has 4 movies or 5 or whatever. And it's not, John McCain's not as physical as these last Daniel Craig movies because the fight scenes are fantastic. Anyways, that's mine.
Okay, well, Devil had number 1 was John Wick, and Afton both had John Wick as number 1.
I see that. I get it.
So Cable, I don't know now. So
I can't wait to see Cables.
Okay, my honorable mentions. Bubba, I'm glad you had it because I thought I'd get booed off the show. Indiana Jones is one of my honorable mentions.
Shane had it too. I think you had it on. You had it on your list, didn't you?
Number 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yours was. You and I are both honorable mentions, so I feel safer saying that now.
Okay.
But I don't know. It's a stupid delineation I make in my mind, but I think more of adventure than action with Indiana Jones.
True.
It is what it is, But so he's honorable mention. Mad Max is an honorable mention. And you know what? For as much as you like to call me a film buff, Bubba, I don't know why I didn't even think of this. I was only thinking of the Mel Gibson iteration, which is crazy because
I
Fury Road is amazing.
Yeah. I thought that's what you would go on, not the Mad Max, but the Tom
Hardy. Yeah, and because I don't know, that confuses me. Is he the same character that Mel Gibson plays? I mean, I know his name's Max. I know I don't know. They never explain any of that, and I kind of don't care because the movie's so good, you don't need to know. But I didn't even think of that. So honestly, had I thought of that before when I was compiling my list, he may have been like low spot, but he may have made the top 10 with the Tom Hardy entry. And then the only other honorable mention, I thought he was worth bringing up. He only made it as an honorable mention because he really doesn't kick that much ass for as many movies as he's been in. They kind of only really started utilizing him the way he should have been, is Wolverine. So I do have another action star on my list, a superhero one, but it's only honorable mention. And, had they treated him throughout the X-Men franchise how they did in Logan hey, Deadpool could be an honorable mention too, I suppose.
I was thinking that too, but I was also thinking what Doug put right there, Snake Plissken. I didn't put him in.
Close to making my list, but throw him on as an honorable mention. That's fine. So, my number 1. Bunch of people just had it as their number 1 in the comments. Keanu Reeves makes my list a second time. John Wick. It's got to be John Wick. It's as unoriginal as that is.
That's not
for the modern age.
Right. Everybody, most of the people had John Wick as number 1.
Right. Yeah. That's. I could try and just throw something in there that I thought would be a good swerve. But in my honest opinion, Action Star, what they did with that film franchise and Keanu Reeves did in that character and how they portray that character, that first movie, because I have some thoughts on some of the sequels and everything, but that first movie, when you get the reveal of who he is and you're starting to find out there's more to this guy and, he starts hammering the concrete floor to get his old weapons out of the cache, and everybody's talking about who's John Wick, who's this nobody. They set that up so fucking good, and then he lives up to the reputation that they built for him.
There's no. Hey man, that first John Wick movie is fucking pretty good. I remember my dad watching that movie, and he was like, that's when I watched it. When my old man, I saw him watching it, and that's when I watched it because he's all about acting.
Yeah, I remember watching it. That the year it came out, I used to work like a dog constantly for a better part of a decade, and we had a down year. We weren't working as much overtime and stuff. And I remember exactly where I was when I watched it the first time, because I didn't think it was going to be anything. You know, it hadn't really gotten popular yet.
That rejuvenated his whole career, I believe. I mean,
sure it did. That was absolutely part of it. Was he hadn't done much interesting stuff up, you know, when that came out, and you know, it just kind of looked like a generic movie a little bit from the promotional materials, and then you started to hear a little buzz that, hey, this movie's actually good. Right. And I gave it a chance, and I was like, holy shit, this movie fucking kicks ass.
That was good. That was a good number one. Everybody had good picks.
Yeah.
And I remember that movie. He was the rock and roll detective. He was the rock and roll detective. So who's up next?
Shane.
Shane? I mean, we'll get some more pulp culture hopefully next week, because there's not I'm on Stranger Things, and I'm halfway home, and that's about all I got. So Shane, what topics do you have? Can't hear you, Shane.
Yeah.
Can't hear you, Shane.
I said I'll text you and let you guys know. I said I'm on the spot. I'm trying to think.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, when we know, we'll tell them.
Who was Meathead from All in the Family? Just died. What was his name?
That was Rob Reiner.
Rob Reiner. I was going to do top 10 Rob Reiner movies, but because it's always fun, because we always have we might have the same on our list. There's a lot of good Rob Reiner movies. So
is that what you want to do?
There's 40 of them. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the next week, Cable, it'd be your turn, and then I guess I won't put you on the spot, and then you can plan it out accordingly.
So, and it could be
I already know whatever.
Yeah.
You already do.
Oh yeah, I already got mine too, but
okay.
We'll save the reveal for next week.
Okay. And that's what we'll do. The top 10 Rob Reiner films of all time in our in our opinions. And then hopefully we got a little bit more of pulp culture stuff going on. And
hey, before we go, I got to ask you guys, IMDb rated this episode, this last episode of Game of Thrones.
You love that show already. You love
9.9.
Wow.
The fight scene was phenomenal.
I gotta take a day off work just to watch all these shows just to get caught up.
The fight scene is so good. So there's like only 7 episodes or 5 episodes of the season. I don't know how many so far, but it's worth the watch just to see this fight scene. Just it's brutal.
I heard it was the highest rated show of all time, and I was like, where does that ranking come from? And I was like, it must be an IMDb ranking. And I haven't watched it.
A really high Rotten Tomato scores. Like there's 3 scores that are really high. So if it was just one of them, I'd be like, eh. But like,
yeah.
I mean, and you match it to what they rate Andor, and you're just like,
Andor's very, very high, very, very high.
Yeah, so you just like kind of see the parallel. Like, okay, this is something's happening here. It's just not me.
Yeah, and if you guys get your heads, watch that Godzilla movie in Japanese.
I will.
That's the funny part. I mean, and it shows Godzilla. He never dies. That was 2000. That was 2016. I bought it at Walmart for like $12 or something. I just watched it the other day. So, and at least now I'm trying to watch movies when I can, and that's why the top 10 stuff is really, really great, because if I don't watch nothing, I'm fucked. You know what I mean?
I was thinking of going to see that movie Help tomorrow at the movie theater. There's really nothing in the theater because Dracula only plays at 7 at night. I want to go at like 11 in the afternoon. It's where that woman gets stranded on the island with her boss. Her boss is just worthless, and she actually
Sam Raimi directed it. So
yeah.
Some
Rachel McAdams is the female, the lead. And I wanted to see that Crime 101 with Chris Hemsworth and Halle Berry.
My brother-in-law saw it. He really liked it. There's some race scenes in it. It's fun.
Yeah, I hear it's got good buzz. It's almost 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and they're saying you should see it at IMAX, which always catches my attention when they promote a movie that way. But I wasn't going to go out of my way. And then last weekend was opening weekend, and Indiana didn't even have it. I was like,
no, not Indiana. Those fucktards. No, not Indiana.
Yeah, they got that shitty Iron Lung still playing. I can't believe that's still in theaters.
Well,
Really?
I'm looking probably for one of those little boxes for about $350 that I can get everything. So I might never, I still want to see movies in a movie theater. Marvel, Mandalorian, and Goguru. I just gotta see, and I just watched a trailer called The Beast. It's like MMA fighting with Russell Crowe trainer. Shane, it's probably something that's right up your
That's
alley.
good.
Yeah, and then I now everybody's talking with the MMA, Ronda Rousey versus
Gina Carano.
Yeah, hey,
She hasn't fought since 2009, and Rousey hasn't fought since 16.
yeah, well, that's Sean Strickland, man. He was just going off, man. I was like, man, I can't believe he said half that stuff. But I mean, he's just, yeah. I mean, you know what I'm talking about. So, but yeah,
it was over the top. It was some of that.
He
was
was over the top
because literally the women's MMA is good. It's really really good.
Yeah, they're athletes and they could kick people's ass. And he just went off. And I just don't know what he's doing. And I think he's just I mean, he could probably kick my ass, but he's a fucking moron. So
yeah, after the show, I got to tell you guys a story today,
Okay.
Oh.
Woo. Well, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, please hit like and subscribe. See us next Thursday for the top 10 Rob Reiner films. Tomorrow night, and my special guest in the pro wrestling talk will be Jake Wiley. Will be in the house. He's going to pop in for a little bit to talk about his match with the world beater Chris Coleman at Imagine Wrestling come Saturday night. So, an attention seeker. You're right. He's an attention seeker. And then me and Shane will be back Monday night, the Steelers Dynasty podcast. And we'll be talking Steelers and trying to figure out what Steeler topics there, because it's all clickbait central. But Cable, thanks for coming on as always. Shane, thank you so much as always. Guys had some great picks. And now I seen a lot of Rob Reiner. I saw most of these movies. So, but you know what movie I didn't fucking see? Spinal Tap. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to watch it before, because I gotta watch. Thanks, Paul. I gotta watch these movies before I can rank them on my list, and I gotta watch it. And they had the sequel. They just had. I
haven't watched all Spinal Tap either, so don't feel bad.
Oh well, I gotta watch it to put it on my ranking. So I got to do it. But everybody, thanks for tuning in. Hit like and subscribe to the Triple B Experience, where we talk pulp culture and we give our top 10s, and we just shoot the shit on a Thursday night at 9 o'clock. Myself, Shane, and Cable. So good night, everybody. Thanks, Cable. Thanks, Shane. Good night, everybody.